A while back, I was doing some work on a small mobile game, and for this game, I tried to take inspiration from my sound effects out of the Nintendo and Genesis era. Nowadays, we really live in a sample based sound design world, but it can be fun and kind of nice to take a step back and just see what we can do with basic waveforms and MIDI. Mario is one game in particular where I really remember the melodic nature of the sound effects. A lot of them weren't much more than fast note runs. So if we take our sine wave and write some eighth notes at mostly half-step intervals, we can get something similar. You know, right now that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but let's pitch it up a little bit, and then let's also speed it way up. Just right there, we can already hear these strong similarities. This took almost no time to make, and with a little adjustment, this could be a sound effect for a spinning attack or hitting something with a shell. You know, it fits right into the soundscape for that world. And all it is some half steps and a really fast tempo. Going even faster, the notes blend together too fast for us to hear individually, but we can get some cool percussive results. And all we gotta do is group them together more. So here we have just about an octave, right? And then we'll flip it. And we'll just do this quick. I don't know if any of you guys ever played Tank Wars on PC, but this is pretty much straight out of Tank Wars here. And if we make it a little bit shorter and a little bit faster, we'll just do the double tempo button here in Ableton. These are the sort of sounds that you can do for feedback, you can do for effects. And if we were to take it and really go crazy with the notes and randomize it, we could get some really out there stuff. On the other hand, if we simplify it, just two notes gives us a feedback sound that can be used for anything. It doesn't really matter the pitches too much. As we slow the tempo down, we can get more melodic sound effects too. And it allows us to add more frequencies without having to worry about it becoming too noisy. Let's see here. We'll make a second copy of this. If we change our oscillator to a square wave, and then, let's see, we'll shorten up the envelope a little bit. Let's put a couple half steps together like this, and leave a little bit more space in between our notes. Let's speed that up a little bit. And there you go. I mean, that's a negative feedback type sound effect, but again, it totally fits the style, and it's useful for a million different things because it's more abstract than our modern sort of sample-based sound design. Of course, we can also write little melodic lines for levels up or extra lives and things like that. And it allows us to add more frequencies without having to worry about it becoming too noisy. You know, even with just some simple arpeggiations, we can get some pretty cool stuff. So we take that and just run it out a couple times. And finish that off. Let's actually fatten this guy up a little bit. We'll give him a little bit more room to breathe here. I'm going to actually put a little bit of delay on him. That's not too much. And there you go. Another element used in a lot of these old school sound effects is pitch bending. This was used for things like jumping sounds or racing games. And again, almost all synths have the ability to pitch bend their oscillators. Pretty much no matter what synthesizer you have, you're going to be able to recreate these. So we take the saw waveform and we make it so the pitch goes up over time. Then we'll play with this ADSR envelope to get the length to feel about right. And we'll get a little jumping sound for ourselves. Alright, let's see, we mess with this envelope. And let's make this pitch bend a little more drastic. I'll actually do it the right way. Super straightforward, super easy, super simple, but you hear that and you know what it is. And again, reversing the pitch, we get some negative feedback noises. Let's see, a little lower. Something like that. A final technique that was really common in this time was using noise in your sound effects. This was used for things like sonic spin dash or crashing sounds. So let's take this noisy wave and get it to the length that we want and pitch it up a little bit. And we'll just add another oscillator that plays a little noise loop, which is also pitch bent. And mess with our envelopes. Now already this sounds like when you get kicked out of the bonus stage in Sonic, but with a little bit more tweaking you can turn this into the spin dash or a million other sounds. The possibilities, even for a setup as simple as this, are endless. We've gone over 3 techniques, and in under 10 minutes we have a ton of sounds, but we're just scratching the surface. Obviously, you should be using these techniques to create your own sounds and to help you when you're trying to recreate sounds you want to emulate. If you're looking for more material in this style, I actually put together a collection of small game sound effects that you can download for free over at my website. I'll put a link in the description below. If you like this, be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be coming out with new content soon, and I'm actually right in the middle of editing a pretty giant synthesis tutorial that's going to be rolling out over the next couple months. So there's definitely more content on the way, and I'll be seeing you guys soon.